Yung balita naman po, bagamat may ganyang banta, sinabi rin ng US State of Department, and I quote, "The Philippines improve its counterterrorism capabilities in the face of an evolving and increasingly robust terror threat." So, flash in the screen, I said that the Alston report mentioned Administrative now President Duterte at the most, paragraphs 39 to 44 Alston report. I have this that condemns the President for post. Sabi ko nga, sinabi dito na the President quote, no? Is basis for official sanction ng kill, it is because tapos ang sinabi lang kay Presidente rito, the mayor ang kinesis kiso to hold powers in its murders committed with a mass. So then this, no? At kaya nga po, police report ni Alston, BBC, Mr. Rip Wrong. In his report, Mr. Alston notes about cities and the Davao providing him with detailed statistics is by brain out statistics. One of it squad ish. A police mechanism details a killer in the killing option. He offers solution. In the recommendations, he's role of you within his jurisdiction and accountable for shot. While particularly laws and practices in which captains of preclusion on law enforcement watch should be independent by the person's direct assets and hitman. Note that of the mayor there or his. The farthest is for not shutting down death liability. But we know that these police officers will be liable by ombuds. So in order your viewers when fly to belie my point, the output to administrativity, even the of mayor.
PC, Astor Quale.
Murray, Chief Calvera earlier that hearing this morning that there's between the Communist and the Liberal Party. You was had this with the earlier statements that the commend the Liberal arriving to him.
No inconsistency. I'm individual members of the party as may PNPA.
Follow up.
There is a formal memorandum of agreement with the PNPA. It is leading qualities Liberal Party session.
Sir, sabi ni General Galvez dun sa hearing, parang Robert ay parang tehiya para kalat ka rin si President na magdeklara ng martial law dahil makikita daw po ng mga sitwasyon chaos o yung CPP. Paano po pag ang administrasyon yung gano'n pong sinabi?
In the first place, in control, hindi po nila scenarios to. Magplano sila ng dalang plan, supported by the people. Without us, the wonders. We don't need recognizable threat dahil ng bayan.
So, hindi pagatin yung pain in Quito na CPA?
Basta ginagawa niya, kailangan ng martial law sa Mindanao, hindi lang po niya din sa Luzon at sa Visayas.
Follow-up in segments ni who the communist
has repeatedly called the author of so there's no consistency. He verbalized and he should be removed from all. He should be sent to jail. Absolute consistency.
Doon po with the concerns.
With that, but the intel information in district and as far as concerned, we're considering information and we're ready to face.
Sir, how about the made by the AFP chief said or confirmed that they are casing Trillanes side furnace?
It's proper individual be openly adverse through elected Democratic press. I'm not really sure on the second. Yung is perfectly legal. Now, what nation that you mentioned? He applied for amnesty. Well, it was that he applied for amnesty. The question is, where is the form? It all boils down to where is the form. It's all important. It's the form contains that, which is a sin requirement grant of it.
Before, sir, that the senator is house is being cased.
I don't make bother, actually, no?
Question on PC? Alicia.
You're saying the palace is saying that the parts Trillanes are in the plot.
Are convinced are in the CPP and PA. Trillanes, he was the slave
of the EFP should know all these things. And
the statements released.
No documents, the claim
PNP has no more agreed that faculty. So there's absolutely no in with this here.
Well, other issues.
Sir, Sen. Galvez, he said there was an application made by this. So it's still the fault that is important, sir.
Yes.
But should it be with the junction of the...
his own copy of CVs because if the copy on file not be found, then the best evidence filed his legal copy.
But shouldn't be with the custodian?
Because already there's a certification that it cannot.
If you made
he could go form, as in fact in the Supreme Court in the bank form. You see that propens just say, oh, there's a form. No? I'm there, but the truth is, interview was not willing to confess, so he must, for the purpose of, and for purposes of the news, came to actually comply with the required law. It's
also suggests that there were lapses in this.
I do not know about the evidence rule. Besides, that's in the courts. That Jews are enough. First, I'm a lawyer. Certainly me to take the side of Galvez, who's not a lawyer, over the words.
Joseph, then Tuesday.
You're saying now that some individuals are colluding with the
That's
CPP.
what the president said. Just when the president, he's
Suspect, sir. And he's willing to
yes.
name
You know names you should add.
Okay.
Tuesday, new. Complete.
responsibilidad ng custodian na lahat ng kanilang hawak. Meron po ba ang custodian yung yan?
Ang paniniwala po namin hindi siya nag-file, wala roon. Kasi file po siya, dapat na.
Sinabi una pa man ang Department of Defense na file si Trillanes, hindi nila kita kanilang possession yung kopya. Pero kinuha nila na nag-file sa.
Well, konfirmado po, nag-photo, nag-briefing, yun po ang sigurado. Pero kung talagang siya hindi nandun, lalo na yung require amin, kami po, walang. So kami po, we apply the presumption of file.
Last point, sir. So, yung dyan, sa kanya, yung kopya maprosahan.
Naniniwala po kami, kaya nga wala. Diba? Copy niya. Tapos na po ang usap, meron yung receive copy.
Okay. Christine.
Sir, I'll just na. Sabi niya, amin baba yung oxygen. There was yung oath. Yung ano namin, paper not bound. So then, Trillanes. So according to Verbigal, sir, Verbigal, siya yung...
With the rules of evidence. The evidence rule first and for produce original document.
But
It's able to produce it.
Chief now says...
Doesn't matter. And evidence is the evidence. For you can carry evidence, you know, document.
Won't-
That is about it. He's actually this. I can't imagine why that is. Okay? But
Follow up muna.
So, Attorney Hay, nang parang nagkakala ng sen, nakapag-imins mo na ipanahak.
hindi po sila nang ilis. Merong yung record na jury by the court. Hindi motion for amnesty involving three capital. So, gado, stayang la, copy of jury. So, hindi ba yung business involving life sentence, ordinary life.
So, silang
Dapat po, hinahanap na.
Well, Joe, follow up.
Sir, I'm saying that absence of allegations kind of word.
The court, the T has decided.
Over in progress. Plan, seeking at war, all those sort of things.
Well, hindi po alam, ako nakagplano, malao, gumatag ilang kaduhan, hindi but it's not intent, and what else do you want me to say?
Yung pag-arrest, sir, we'll just wait to think.
Yun, galo gobyerno.
Then, Rosicos.
Sir, this issue.
Hindi ko pa ulam yan. Kasi, well, release po and commit allegations sa
Na pa tayo ilaliw tayo. Investigas edition is ito po ang assurance na yung mamamayan gayon na LG mo nagmanga.
politika. So, ang katotohanan tanong dyan para mabalik at po at ano mga tayo.
Yung GB po ba?
Dapat po. Dahil si Lapeho po.
Dun sa madon or na sa Bekti, when to
Siyempre po, kailangan sa ng kongso, make sure dapat automatically into law if after 30.
15 minutes.
Is to detention are amending na ang deton.
Other countries, either na UK and Australia, well, I'm not sure of the so for as long as it is limited retire, it was off, think it or the ball, or with the house will live longer the time being. Well, it's support for was on terror by the U.S. state that have the individual third simply that should be ready with terrorism.
Sir, just what could right during the debates, kaya this 36 to 7 hours is used government mission sa toong crime o mga persons na nakaam ng gobyerno.
Napakataas po nung news si on per basis kapnapatunayan siya.
Yes, even
Hindi
secret.
ko mamemorya ng gatandaan, pero hundreds of thousands daily base on 500 days. So I sufficient guarantee that no actual base.
Thank you, sir.
Basic question. Chopel.
ang pihin. Umaga. Sobrang
Alam naman po na apektuhan dyan. Pero hanggang wala ang kangipos. Ilang ulit nabi yung mga po natin kung meron pa tayong mga bag na bigas, ang na isda, inangkat na mali para pababaan dahil alam na taas ng langatans natin. Pagdating ay sigutin lahat pa ba dahil kung na natin po ng tasan.
sir pagbayin.
I wish I could say I agree ngayon hoping that it will.
Thank you, Alvin.
Secretary ko talagang sila ang friend crudo sa
Nga ba na iti. So, at saka, teka, timan ko, angkong pwede grip niyan. Wala dyan po.
wala tong F dos reso. Pwedeng yung law.
Ayun sa taas ang excise taxes dyan. Patuloy ang tanong buwan, hindi na po mga bagong excise taxes. Mas pa.
Hindi po ba alarming na palas yung parang pulso ngayon ng bayan tungkol dito presyo?
Hindi dapat magagawa tayo dito ating isa sa pinalan at talagang administrasyon yung joint expression na ng West Philippines. Kaintindi na ay po sa initial na talagang may natural gas, langis na yung contract 72. Pinupula residente dahil ang presidente natin hibaram dahil ilgil yung ito asa pa rin tayo katlangis. So ito po malinaw. Sulong expression isa nating hidwa. Adding to preliminaries, meron pong 72. Akuha natin yan ang hindi natande.
Right now is for naka-hold for this equation.
By step, kinanchina. So na tayo ng exposure.
China regarding
Hindi ko alam. They are for the dough or hindi makukuha ng natural gas. Depende tayo crude products. No? Pag nawala pa, magiging problema. Ng ila is para 2020, malpaya dry up. Ito siguro nga, kasi hindi naman complete dry up ang by 2020. Kontratan end into Ang expectation na abot pa yan ng mga around 2027 dyan sa A72.
President still think we expecting ni
Dahil nga pag-ratification dahil wala na
perfect by
being sure that when President Chico explore na mga tap ng lugar ng energy security.
Thank you. Last question.
Sir,
Fine. Kasi I have no president tomorrow. Hindi, siyempre naman, I have to talk. Mag-usap.
no, but the cabinet is not just you, some other person. Doing the organization.
Coins
Yeah.
na count, there are 6, including local. I do not, so there will be around 6.
Oh, sir.
It's,
Yung mga
I do not know.
6. So, yun na nag-file na 7 nyo. Meron na.
I'm Isabel.
If he's running.
I don't know if he have placed that is decision the president. Me, Bongo.
Okay. No more. Thank you. Pero, thank you, Sir. And terms of people. Okay.
National Arts, nandito si Deputy Director
Morales Manglinong, Tubong Urda City, Pangasinan, at itinuturing siya si Jimmy Boy Tubong Urdaneta City, Pangasinan, at itinuturing ngayong primary suspect kay Maria Katrina Akpil. Ang 20 anyos na medical representative ang patay at tadtad ng tatsak sa loob ng kanyang bahay sa siya ang lalaking naknan ng CCTV na papalabas ng division. Ilang minuto makarang maganap ang krimen, November 21. Ang suspect ay laborer sa construction na nasa tabi lang ng bahay ng
na robbery with homicide kasi kumuha siya ng mga gamit doon. Sabi nga ng mga kasamahan niyang construction worker, wala namang pera ito.
Ayon daw sa kanyang, bigla na lang daw itong nawala noong gabing nangyari at hindi na raw bumalik.
Fingerprint kaming na-recover na sa bakod kung saan siya tumalon, kung saan siya dumaan.
At large pa rin na suspect pero na-recover ng Cainta Police sa kanyang Pangasinan ang mga ebidensya, tsinelas. Ayon sa mga nakakita, sugatan daw ang kamay nito.
May mga hiwa sa kamay, kabilang hiwa sa kamay yung suspect. So, ang sinasabi daw, away lang sila, yun ang pinangga niya. Pero yun po yung habang sinasaksak siguro niya yung biktima niya, nadudulas yung kutsilyo 30 times, umabot ng 30 times ang saksak.
Kinokonsiderang delikadong tao si G-Boy na dati na rin palang wanted sa kasong rape at homicide kung saan 20 beses naman niyang sinaksak.
Alam ang kinaroroonan ng tao na ay pagpaalam po sa malaking hotline.
Bago natuktiling munang person of interest, sintahan ng biktima. Pero dahil sa cam recording ng pag-uusap sa biktima at kanyang kasintahan, nagbabestigasyon na ano yun? Maririnig dito ang babae na ayon sa pulisya ay ang habang aktual na nagaganap ang krimen, September 28.
Ano yun, lahat? Ano nangyari? Lahat, ano nangyari?
Kapuna-puna na OS 21 ang nakalagay na date at bago mag-ala ng gabi ang oras na nasa dahilan para pagdudahan ito ng pamilya ng biktima. Pero ayon sa pulisya, hilang daw nais ng lalaki ng tama ang petsa at oras ng dashcam. Emil Sumangi, 24 oras.
I move to suspend.
Mr. President, we'll suspend while they're having a bit of technical difficulties.
Session is suspended.
Okay, partner. Ready to resume, Mr. President.
Session is resumed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Unang parte na aking privilege speech ay ilalabas ko po ang isang issue na natabunan nung kainitan nung aking pag-issue ng Proclamation 572 ng Duterte administration. Ito ay tungkol sa mga kontratang na corner ni Solicitor General Calida sa gobyerno through the Vigilant Investigative Security Agency Incorporated. Si Jose Calida ay na-appoint bilang 48th Solicitor General of the Republic of the Philippines on July 2016. Ito po ang timeline based sa sheet submitted by Vigilant Inc. to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Noong April 4, 2016, si Mr. Calida ay president ng Visa or Vigilant Inc. at shareholder siya ng 60% of the company. The other 40% ay pagmamay-ari ng kanyang asawa at ng mga anak. Noong July 10, siya po ay na-appoint bilang Solicitor General. Noong July 13, 2016, ayon sa isang si Mr. Calida ay nag-resign bilang presidente ng Security. Noong April 5, 2017, base po sa mga dokumento sa Securities and Exchange Commission, si Mr. Calida ay shareholder pa rin ng Vigilant Security in the amount of 60% of the total number of shares. At nung chinek natin nung entry which is March 30, 2018, ay ganun pa rin, shareholder, equivalent to 80% of Vigilant Security. Next. Ito po ang ilan sa mga dokumento na nagpapatunay na si Ms. ay isang shareholder ng Vigilant Security. Dito rin po sa dokumentong ito nakalap natin, siya ay presidente as of April 4, 2016 at shareholder ng 60% Vigilant, at kung makikita natin yung buong pamilya niya ang may-ari ng the rest of the 40%. Next. So ito po yan, ini-inform na nag-resign na raw bilang presidente, pero maliwanag na hindi siya nag-divest ng kanyang shares sa kumpanya. At kahit mag-divest, ang kanyang asawa, alam naman natin, ay conjugal partnership, conjugal ownership, ay ang naging at owner ng the rest of the 40%. Next. So yan, according to the GIS submitted by Visa Inc. to the SEC, si Gen Calida remained the majority holder. Next. Ito yung mentong nag-prove mga 6% out as of April 17. Next. Ganito rin, March 30. Ito yung last document, last entry sa GIS, 60% pa rin niya ang pagmamayari. So, ito yung mga kontratang na corner ni Mr. Calida simula nung naupo si Mr. Duterte sa isayin natin sa DO million at 5.6 million, sa PAGCOR isang 17.5 million, isang 5.8 million, isang 26 million, isang 71 million, isang 2.5, isang 43.9 million, 16.2 million. National Electrification Administration 9 million. National Mission 2.8 million. Sa NEDA 6.8 million. Representatives 53.7 million. 42.4 million. National Parks Development Committee 29.2 million. 10. So all in all, J 12 million, PAGCOR 1.2 million, sa NEA 0.9 million, NAPSI 2 million, NEDA 6.8 million, House of Representatives 96 million, National Parks Development Committee 9.6 million, 458.3 million trucks with different agencies. Next, PhilGEPS or Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System. Si Solgen main to be the president and contact person trucks. Ito po yun. Yang mga screenshot dun sa mga allegation na yon. So, December 20, 2017, contact person, Jose Calida, the position, with that. Next. Ganun din, sa PAGCO. So, well-documented itong mga kontrata nito. Ito ay lahat na award after nag-assume nila sa presidente ng Duterte administration. So, DOJ awarded January, person, Jose Calida. Next. Sa NEA, 16, contact person, Jose Calida, signation. So, talagang kontrata ng security agency simula nung next. Ganyan naman sa National Parks Development Committee. So, January din yan, 2017. Okay. Ngayon, ang claim ni Mr. Calida of interest sa contracts, even if hindi siya nag-divest, na since ang nakalagay daw sa and or, meaning or ito. So, pwede siya ay mag-divest or pwede siyang... Ang hindi niya naiintindi, ang ibig sabihin ng and or ay para doon sa mga, yung end na yon ay para doon sa may shareholder, merong posisyon. Kung share ang sayo, pero pag pa-end ka, so ibig sabihin, kailangan mo at kailangan mo mag-divest. So, yan ang maliwanag. Apparently, kay Mr. Calida, medyo hindi maliwanag. So, documents proving the of Solgen Calida under the Constitution and RA 613, particularly on the press provision and other pertinent laws. Okay, base sa ating 1987 Act, directly or indirectly, any other profession, participate in any business, or be financially interested with or in any franchise ordered by the government or any or instrumentality thereof in their subsidiaries, they shall strict in the conduct of office. So, conflict of entry, public official or employee is a member or substantial stockholder or owner or has substantial corporation or business or his rights or affected by the faithful Babalikan natin yan. Okay. A public official or employee shall avoid of at all times, whereas he shall resign from his position within 30 days or divest himself of his or interest within 60 days. Assumption. Ngayon dito, Code of 1987, Branch Title 3, Justice. Office of the Solicitor General, Section General shall represent the government of the Philippines and its officials and or matter requiring services. Dito, sa Administrative Code, abogado ng lahat na ahensya ng government. Next. Back. So dito, Section 35, as Solicitor General, duties of a law enforcement agency is to review contract na ito ay ito. So, re-review ang contract ng talagang maliwanag ang conflict. We have filed a responding resolution dahil hindi pa natin na-exhaust ang nasara ni Mr. Calcos and it was referred to the Committee on Public Accountability of Officers. Iniintay natin yung committee hearing nito. So I hope ng atensyon ni committee chairman, Sir Gordon. Anyway, next. Dito naman sa incident, the proclamation number 572, specification of the Department of National Defense Resolution number 2, dated 2011, insofar as it to former Lieutenant Trillanes IV. Yung proclamation revoke ng signed by just to recap, ang basis na hindi daw ako nag-apply, Lieutenant Senior Grade grantee under Proclamation number 75, the official amnesty application form. Liwanag po yan as per the dated or issued by Colonel Thea. And another basis is the non-admission of guilt daw. So, where our former Lieutenant Senior Grade expressed his guilt for the crimes that were committed. Okay, next. So, ito pang isang video ulit kanina dun sa committee hearing. Senator Lacson, statement ni Secretary. Natin. Mix natin.
Mr. A minute to draw my motion.
Sa nagkumpirmang ang usisa sa mga papeles dito Trillanes na kampo Aguinaldo
by phone kung to get the amnesty of Department of Defense at saka sa so we provided him number that was August. I have no idea kung anong purpose ni Soldado Caleda.
Okay. So maliwanag na talagang naghahanap na hindi siya nakontento doon sa final document. Nagpaalam siya ng amnesty documents ko from Secretary Lord at pinayagan naman. Next. Sige.
Sara ang ad hoc committee ng Defense Department ng aplikasyon kahapon ay 47 ang nakapag-file ng kanilang amnesty. Ang ad hoc committee na pinamunuan ni DND USEC for Defense Affairs Honoris Causa ay nakapagtala na ng 57 aplikante simula ng Lunes nang inanunsyo nila ang pagsisimula ng pagpoproseso ng mga amnesty applicants. Sa kabuuang 57 ang nagsumit. 2 sa mga ito ang opisyal at 35 ang mga enlisted personnel kabilang na si Senator Trillanes sa kabuuan ng mga nag-file. Sinabi ni Trillanes niya ang kanyang kasalanan sa konstitusyon di sa dating Pangulong Gloria Arroyo.
Nakalagay kasi doon sa application form is a general admission of guilt, na meron na labag na katas, whether sa armed forces or sa revised penal code. And kwan po yan, ever since hindi naman ho kami nagpanggap na yung ginawa na pagpunta sa bukod and electoral na ginagawa we are man enough to admit and rules in the pursuit of we faced it like men. And the others were to add to that. At dun sa ginawa natin, nangyari na po, iginuhit ng tadhana, tanggap po natin yan.
Si Senator Awi naman sa opisyal ng tagapagsalita Eduardo Batak na isa sa mga pre-election ay kasama ang mga sworn statements.
May sworn statement. So meron yung legal sworn statements. So that phase of the application. Now, when the application been forwarded to the committee processes it. So unless it is that's the committee. However, there's the action has been accepted. The allocation for any option against that particular application.
Sari Eduardo Batak, RH911 DCH Nationwide.
Nagpo dito sa sinupaan ko, nag-admit ako ng guilt at ito ay yan. Kung makikita nyo, ito ang siya po yung nag-administer ng aking oath. At among the statements sa niya, which our committee processed of Senator Antonio Trillanes IV was filed on January 5, 2011. I know that Senator Trillanes filed. I was the one who personally received Senator Trillanes' amnesty application on January 20. Before accepting his application, I asked Senator Trillanes to read the pre-printed statement making a general statement or his guilt for his alleged offenses before asking him to take his amnesty application. After studying the application, the committee found Trillanes' application to be in order. Proclamation number series of 20 as rules, particularly DND date December 2010. The rules and procedure in among DND ad hoc number 2, copy of which is 2. Maliwanag po ito. Maliwanag sa Chief of Staff, Jerez, apply ako based dun sa testimony ni naman ang affidavit Honorio Ascueta na ad hoc committee na nag-process ng application forms. Itong statement, as chairman of the DND Amnesty Committee, I consider 75 and DND strictly complied and cost pursuant to the same, which were recommended to approval by the committee in Senator Antonio F. Trillanes IV and the applicable set proclamation number. Po ito. Next. Ito naman ang some application form ng amnesty. Po makikita na sa pro forma application form statement, and I read, I acknowledge that my application in the subject is a violation of the 1987 Constitution, criminal laws, and the articles of war. I contrary, if any, to this admission of to yung sinumpaan ko at ito yung pinirmahan. So, for amnesty revocation, pinasag ng mga ebidensyang. Ito po ang nahanggang nakapost pa sa DND Facebook, Defense Secretary Voltaire Tigas admit of allegiance to the Constitution and the Republic to former Lieutenant as the last stage of the amnesty 75 held at the office of Secretary at the DND building within Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo January 2020 at dyan binigay yung aking certificate. So ito po yung number 75. Ang presidente lang ang pwedeng, kaya ito po ang maliwanag pirmado yan President Aquino. Siya ng amnesty 75 nakalagay doon dinedesignation D, yun po ang role. Kasi po, para saan yan? Kasi on the, that 1 million people, imagine niyo kung yung president noon, it won't make sense. Pinipirma, proclamation lang. Satisfy, the constitution already satisfied, kaya nga ako ng ni-recognize sila na valid at yung 15-day period saan pwede mag-relapse yun. Ni wala naman ni isa. Ito po yung aking copy na ayan po, Antonio F. Trillanes was granted amnesty on 11 for his participation 27-2003 O-Code Mutiny, November 29, Insula Siege to the provisions of President on November 24, 2010, the third. So, ito to prove na ganyan. Ito ang copy ng isang amnesty, December 20. So, linang ko na yung pangalan, amnesty on December 2000 of the Metro Manila Law Board for acts that he committed, member of the review for his involvement in the 19 pursuant to the provisions of Proclamation 1998. Nung mga nakapirma dito, ang presidente, Amnesty Board, Chairman Alvin, Secretary Art Balbin, Commissioner, Secretary Di Simeon, sila ang nakapirma. Maliwanag ho, angles from all levels, valid po yung naging or mali. Ngayon ito po, issue. The proclamation sa paragraph 2, forces of the Philippines and the Philippine Nation mean to apprehend former Lutes so that he can be recommended for his stand trial for the crimes he has according nga sa mga law to cause on its faith that it inform which is the freedom whether he's a senator or tries searches and seizures. Ito importante ito kasi meron the proclamation is valid otherwise Supreme Court. Mali ang again high situation na presidente at isulat niya sa practitioners. Pinaguhuli nga. Ngayon pag may nation until otherwise by the Supreme Court, meron pong mga Supreme Court jurisprudence na nagsasabi na nation on its faith would violate and infringe presumption dito constitutional, kaya hindi credit the president for the giving it intended to have. Next, ito yung mga major issues na sana po bilang Senado as a body natin ma-concern. Unang-una, the is basically an arrest order, I said earlier. Number 2, amnesty cannot be revoked unilaterally by any city. It will set a bad precedent and no bad in the future. So it's as a peace policy. Number 3, a miss should not be used as the finement as there should be a presumption on the issuance of the said document ay dito sa certificate of amnesty, even sa passport or sa final document na meron to. Haharangin tayo ng, for example, hingin yung lisensya, pag binig siya, asan yung application form mo? Well, hindi mo makikita yun. Kasi it's an application form. Walang binibigay, walang sinusole sa mga aplikante. Even sa mag-open ka ng bank account, yung mga mahan mo, hindi mo yan nadadala. Number 4, a president has no to reverse a file ruling dahil pumapaso ng hudikatura. May powers sa kanyang poder. Regional trial court judge or a ruling made on any case dun sa branch 1 yung kaso, ay binuksan naman. Ito ay ma-reverse ng Suprema ruling sa land case on lang yung prosecutor at these issues will destroy basically the makiisa at some interveners sa Korte Suprema para once and for all. Sinasabi nga kung maaaring gawin in the future, ever nakaubisang dictator. Meantime, hindi pwedeng hayaan na sirain jurisprudence ng ating batas. So, hindi po ito ang ginawa para hanapan. So, itong January 2017, akong inuugnay ni Foreign of Justice David. Kahit na IDG talagang nang sa ganon ako ay makan. Yan yung ito na, ang inimbento ni Duterte, bank accounts ko daw. Anong bansa na iba ay ito kanyang inamin. At ito na nga, ito yung panghuli. So pangatlo na ito, si Mr. Duterte. But he will use all the if not kill me. But create my position kasi I am a legitimate member of the opposition. My role to uses or anomalies, if any, administration. It is an essential element of any democracy. Sana po maintindihan yan, hindi lang ni Mr. Duterte, kundi yung kanyang mga mabilis na naman na mga bilib po.
Majority Leader. President, I move that the speech of the Senator Trillian be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Here's none. Motion is approved.
Bill number 199840. I so move, Mr. President.
Chair hears none. Senate Bill 19.
Thank you, President. This is the rice tarification measure. Our sponsor, Franklin Dredge, Minority Floor Leader.
Recognized the sponsor continues during the meeting. Recognized to continue.
Thank you, Mr. Will the good sponsor continue to yield on disputed arbitration, Mr. President?
Yes, Mr. President.
Two dimensions.
Whoa, way off the mark, and there's his first touch. All the way to the rim. Toast for Luka Doncic.
Doncic, this guy can really
the floor and find open people, but that time it's all away. Here's
handle it and control and finishing like that. Very stuff.
Beautiful stuff.
Doncic ring, and that.
Well, if they're not going to, he's probably going to knock those down.
Alone, that he shoots way too well for him to be able to stick with that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we like.
That's handles. That's sick handles.
That teachable stuff, right?
That's
the handle, control has been accomplished ever coming to the NBA at age 19. Again, a good traffic read by Dunch. Haven't had in a long time. A guy who can go.
He just sucked every.
Kid has good
speed.
Absolutely. He has for his size.
Yeah. But they from the weak side, Doncic with the left hand.
A little bit of everything.
But he said on media day, I'm absolutely 6'1".
His hair's just color hard.
First wide open, and he found them late, and nobody's near him for a 10 a.m. three.
Shot's good.
Sure does.
That thing really nice.
You know, Jordan has never been lowered over the last 6 NBA, and Luka Doncic showing you plenty of range on that three-pointer. An 8-0 run for the Mavericks, and Doncic with 14.
There's a spot for him in this league.
Oh, second slip with a pick by the center, and Doncic both times he'll find him.
That's a no. Got it. His size is what allowed him to slip it right there. It's the outside. And Leba wide open under.
Social media din at Enzo Carlinians. Maraming salamat.
Number 20, Gordon Hayward. And from Duke, number 11, Kyrie Irving. The head coach of the Boston Celtics is Brad Stevens.
They spotted it and started to try and take advantage of it.
Hayward, Brown gets his first touch. He comes up shooting and knocks down three. Celtics trying to use the three for three.
Well, take a look. Hayward trying to utilize the mismatch and had Kyrie on the perimeter.
Rozier has checked in. Tatum has checked out. Kyrie with that little stop that he freezes the defender and then gets the open look and buries it. Kyrie finds the opening, buries the jump shot.
Beautiful pick by Bain.
Brown trying to keep it alive underneath.
Brown got
Smart will try a three. Got it.
Hey!
Kyrie.
Well, they waited to count. Watch Kyrie. He gets fouled now. Comes up and he gets out. As he picked the ball up and
nice pin.
Kemba Walker got left it.
Out there to begin the third. Hayward playing with 5 fouls. Nice move to the basket. Gets 2 and gets fouled himself. Lamb saw that coming. Hayward with the block. There's a glimpse of athleticism of one Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, and the desire, too. That's the competitive Gordon Hayward. And the Jets go as hard as he can. Basketball intelligence of all these guys, and they're pretty adept at run. Look at that. They know how to run.
All over him, like him at all.
There's Hayward.
Feeling he can score anytime he wants to. Rebound. Finds Williams for 2.
Hands by the rook.
Kyrie for 3.
but
I want the pink one. The pink one. The pink one. We're having another baby.
Pregnant.
Hold on.
Help!
What? No way. Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Yeah! Okay.
A baby.
Why are you kidding me? Oh, we got a number 2 in the...
Oh, really? Sure. I'm sure.
There may be another layer of film around this one. Everybody, get up.
Pregnant up. Pregnant.
Too big. Mommy's gonna have another baby.
We're gonna have a baby! Look at Mama's pregnant. Mommy's... Give me a hug! Give me a hug! Give Mommy a hug!
Under 4!
Hello po sa inyo lahat.
Sander, thank you ha. Na-schedule mo, busy ka. Na-hectic na schedule mo. Pag pinang ng autograph mo, million every... Grabe. Bumati ka sa million mong supporters.
Po pala lahat dyan ng mga milyong sumusuporta sa akin. Siyempre hindi na mawawala lahat ng ushers.
Hindi naman, tanong ko lang. Pwede ka bang ipakita yung original mong...
Okay lang.
Pakita natin yung original yung itsura. Wala, saan? Ando?
Ano po yun eh? Bago po ako operahan po.
Ito naman.
Ayan. Video vlogger.
Nakala mo sa ka pinaka-cute dito, ha?
Po.
Cute mo dito, ha? Yung parang batang anak mo na cute pang merong party, ayaw mo umalumalabas to lang. Di ba? Wala ka ba? Medyo iba na dating mo rito.
Bini-VTR na po. Yung change po nung mukha ko ngayon, tsaka po yun. Yan.
Ngayon, eto yung... Alaman mo, nung nagbago na yung dating, iba na dating mo.
Sa akin, piliin po ako. Siguro mas kasi po, doon ako unang nakilala. Pero dahil po na kailangan ko pong iban yung pangarap ko, inisip ko siguro yung buhay ko kapag sarili ko. Kaya po naisip ko mong pagganyan.
Ano masasabi ng mga sa mga bash?
Ito lang po yung gusto ko pinyo na hindi po lahat ng mga katulad po namin magpapatalo sa salita sinasabi po. Kasi po kaming pinagdadaanan, marami din pulangan. Lahat yun, ginamit ko
Si Yusek Joel.
Mapabot sigawan yung meeting na yun. Was he supposed to be there in the first place?
Actually, nagpatawag ng dialogue and then ang aming sahang darating. Attaché, dumating din siya invited. So kung tutuusin na gate crasher siya, no? Pero dahil ayaw naman namin siyang bastusin, hinayaan namin siya magstay during the dialogue. After nung magsalita nung aming kasamahan, ng chairperson namin na si Dolores, explaining the OEC, biglang pumasok itong si Mr. John Bertis at nagpaliwanag ng and ang kanya sabi ay pag-defend sa pangangailangan ng OEC. So I raised my hand to politely tell him na i-cut short niya yung kanyang monologue kasi maigsi lang naman yung aming time for that dialogue. And then mad at biglang sinabi sa akin yun daw ang time niya, tapos na ako and wag ko siyang. So I told him, hindi kita binabastos. Actually, inuubos mo oras namin. And I'm representing Telius. Ang dahilan hindi pakinggan kayo. Ang sabi ko, ikaw napakinggan namin, hindi naman ikaw nakikinig sa. And then I told him, actually agency. He got furious nung sinabi kong agency siya. Nung una, sabi niya, hindi ako agency. And then later on, sinabi, ano ngayon kung agency ako? Kakarating ka ba dito if not for the agency? And I told him, of course, I came here through the agency. And then in-accuse niya ako na undocumented ka. So, yun yung bakit nagkaroon ng ganung platan.
Eman, the Congress did they ever apologize?
Never. Some friends na may interusap na kami, that was a big lie. Hindi siya nag-apologize sa amin. Wala nang pag-uusap after that eh. No, there wasn't.
Army for their efforts to maintain law, protect and life and live over people in northern Samar district of Samar province. Today, we recognize accomplishments against the communists and their contributions in illegal drugs. You have indeed done well with your recent achievements. Saludo ako sa inyo. September this year, the 803rd Brigade conducted internal security operations resulting in detention and surrender of NPA members to is their prompt and efficient disaster in times of calamities. As I have promised before our soldiers and policemen who risk their lives for our country, I have your back. Just continue performing your duties well. Take care of you and your families on providing you with the necessary and financial assistance. Ang practice ko, kung sakali lang, gano'n naman tayo. At ng byuda, may automatican, pagbisita ko sa pamilya, may trabaho, yung mga anak ninyo, mga edukasyon, kunting ano na lang, tulak para sa mga baon-baon allowances. We will protect you. Sana huwag naman mag-sell down naman yan. Talaga, destiny. Just well, be smart. Problems. Ako, hala. Ito sa, you'll never have trabaho lang. Assure the military and police. Brigade and funds for the road. I have neutralized and apprehended numerous of the cast on the Even naligaya ako ng ito, maniwala kahit hindi. This has been going on for 53 years. Going 53. At I was around when season was yung Bugiro na season. And he was talking about revolution. This is a apostle. Season is historian. Cebu, Mindanao, alam na, pumunang Mindanao. Wala namang subisang daan doon. Prado ka eh. District Prado. Long as your growth there. Ang problema, dream itong grow another 9 years. Not in a million years. Over. Marig nila. Anong natpo? Anong years? Police, kay Kap Karamatay. Taxation, sinusunog ninyo yung ginawa. Hindi naman kayo manalo. Kayo, I would not crime prevention. Pati yung police kasali na. It's neutralization ang atin. We can solve the problem. Wala nang there is no crime. Crime is being perpetrated for hours. May warrant yan. Lagi dyan is pa, you can, huwag mo nang bigyan ng bullshit mo. Pero once he's sakit, alam ko diretso nan. I went. So give that advice my soldiers. Kaya alam ito, situation, boost intelligence. Kaya pag nag-wife sa aspect, I'm telling you, what's practical, true, legal yan. Terrorism and illegal trade continue to remain and threaten or nearby affecting our economy and the moral fiber of our society. And the Filipino nation rely on soldiers and policemen to ensure the nation and its interests. Together, let the hard and ensuring will a peaceful, prosperous future. Alam ko, may presidente doon ang tuloy ng dreaming na ang bayan maging peaceful. Matagal natin 43 years. So, last sa opisina ko, may natin niya, decision tayo. At buhay, nakakasama. Shoot first. Pag yan ang sir, nandyan ako sa iyo. Papayag makulong kayo sa isang araw kayo. Awa yan. So, awa yan. Sabi ko,